It's your boy Cam, and welcome back to Cam's Talk. I got a good one for y'all. I want to address Kevin Hart calling the Joe Budden fiasco poor leadership. But first, let me dive into Joe Budden apologizing to his co-stars Rory and Mal. See, if y'all haven't heard, Joe Budden fired his podcast members Rory and Mal on air. And after that, he's been getting a lot of backlash. So, a few days afterwards, he put out another podcast basically apologizing to Rory and Mal. See, he didn't apologize for firing them. See, if you watched it, he said he ultimately think he made the right choice firing them. But he did say he apologized to them because he feels his words were took out of context and they were too fire and too spicy. So it still seems like Rory and Mal, y'all might still be fired. But in the initial podcast, he did say Mal or Rory that if y'all come back with a better headspace, listening and accepting what he wants for the podcast, you might can get your job back. But y'all think, and y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comments below. But to Kevin Hart, I want to address this. See, personally, I don't know what's going on over there. I never watched the podcast. I don't follow Rory or Mal or Joe. And I dang sure don't listen to Joe's music. Sorry, let's just be honest. So I don't know what's going on over there. But I'll say this to you. We both are just two bystanders on the outside looking in. So I'll say this. If you felt like that, call him up. Tell him that. I don't feel like we should just initially just say he's just a poor leader. I feel like he was operating out of emotion than being a leader. And if you feel like him being emotional and him firing them on air, if you feel like that's poor leadership, then granted, I see it. I understand where you're coming from. But I'll say this. Let's just let it play out. But I did listen to your podcast a little bit more, and you put me on to some gems. See, I never knew that everything Joe touched burned. I never knew that every partnership and every, agreement that Joe agreed to, it burned, and he burned every bridge. So I'll say this. To any other podcast member, I say y'all might want to watch out if y'all want to go work for Joe. Now, I'm not saying Joe is a bad guy. I don't know the guy. It's just too many stories for him not to be that way. If you feel me. It's different when one person comes to you, tells you, hey, this is how this person is. But when the whole internet is saying this, you might be that way. But I just say this: we're both on the outside looking in. So let's just keep it like that. But I'm not saying you're wrong at anything you said. I'm not saying you're wrong at all. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. But to my members and to my viewers, I'll tell you this. If you know the person you're working for or working with is a selfish person and it's only about them, don't work with them. I'm be flat out honest. Don't work with them. Because when money starts getting involved, that's a whole different person. Especially if it comes to a bag. If you're getting a big bag, they're only going to be worried about what can I take from that bag. What's coming to my pockets. It's not going to be what's best for the business. It's what's best for me. So I say learn who you're going into business with and know who your partners are before you sign that contract or before you invest all your money into this business. Because this could be an example of what happens where somebody is all about their self and not about the business. Now, I'm not saying Joe is only worried about himself, but it sounds like with these reports that, hey, maybe Joe is just an eye player, not a team player. So, y'all let me know in the comments what y'all thinking about that, though. But if y'all like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all have a good day. I'm out.